Aliens declare war after 6,000 years. Why humans aren't scared of invasion. HFY is sci-fi story. For 6,000 years, Earth was quiet. Not peaceful. Humanity had never truly been peaceful, but quiet in the cosmic sense. No alien signals, no visitors, no ancient watchers descending from the stars to judge or guide. Humanity grew alone, convinced either that the universe was empty, or that whatever lived out there had decided Earth was not worth the trouble. They were wrong. The declaration arrived without warning, without diplomacy, and without mercy. Every human satellite, from ancient weather platforms to deep space telescopes, lit up at the same time. A signal cut through every frequency known and several unknown to human science. It bypassed encryption, protocols, and firewalls as if they were toys. Within seconds, the same message appeared on every screen on Earth. Not translated, not softened. Just understood. We are the Cartoon Concord. Your world has been observed for 6 millennia. You have reached unacceptable levels of expansion. By ancient right, your planet is now claimed. Prepare for pacification. There was no countdown, no demands for surrender, no explanation beyond that. Across the galaxy, this was how civilizations ended. On Earth? Humanity sighed. At the United Earth Defense Council, generals, scientists, and diplomats gathered beneath a ceiling filled with holographic star maps. Red markers bloomed across the projection, hundreds of massive objects dropping out of faster-than-light space at the edge of the solar system. Admiral Hannah Kovacs studied the display with calm eyes. Fleet composition? She asked. Dr. Elias Monroe adjusted his glasses. Heavily standardized. Battleships, carriers, planetary siege vessels, all designed for rapid subjugation, not total annihilation. So they want the planet intact, Kovacs said. Yes. Good, she replied. That gives us leverage. Around the table, some representatives looked confused. The Secretary General leaned forward. Admiral, they outnumber us 10 to 1. Their ships are larger. Their technology appears superior. Why are you smiling? Kovacs folded her hands. Because they're 6,000 years late. The Cartoon Concord was ancient beyond human comprehension. Their species had risen before human civilization learned to write. They had mastered fusion while Earth still worshipped the sun. Their empire expanded slowly, methodically, absorbing worlds through overwhelming force and absolute certainty in their superiority. They believed time was on their side. They did not understand humanity. For 6,000 years, the cartoon had watched Earth from afar. They observed human wars, plagues, and divisions. They saw a species that constantly fought itself, fractured into nations and ideologies. To the Concord, this meant weakness. What they failed to see was adaptation. Humanity did not evolve in peace. Humans evolved in crisis. In the cartoon flagship Judgment of Stars, Supreme Strategist Veilrune studied the holographic image of Earth. A primitive world, he said, his voice resonating through the command chamber. No unified planetary defense grid detected, minimal fleet presence beyond their moon. A subordinate clicked mandibles in agreement. They have armed satellites and energy weapons, but nothing comparable to Concord dreadforms. Veilrune allowed himself a moment of satisfaction. Begin Phase 1, demonstrate dominance, destroy their outer defenses, break their confidence. The fleet advanced. Human sensors detected the movement instantly. Admiral Kovacs watched calmly as the first cartoon ships crossed into weapons range of the outer asteroid belt where humanity had placed nothing of obvious value. Nothing obvious. Activate Project Stonewall, she ordered. Across millions of kilometers, dormant objects woke up. Asteroids shifted course. Not natural tumbling, but precise, coordinated movement. The cartoon fleet paused. Strategist, a commander reported. The asteroid field is maneuvering. Veilrune frowned. Impossible. Natural bodies cannot. The first asteroid detonated. Not with nuclear fire, but with a controlled release of kinetic energy. It fragmented into thousands of hyperdense shards, each accelerated to relativistic speeds. The field exploded into motion. Humanity had spent centuries mastering what they called dumb weapons, attacks too simple to hack, jam, or predict. Rocks, momentum, math. Cartoon shields flared brilliantly, then failed. Entire cruisers vanished in silent flashes as impacts tore through hulls and reactors alike. Evasive maneuvers, Vale Rune roared. But there was nowhere to go. The asteroid belt became a storm of death, guided by human AI that had trained for this exact scenario for generations, simulating alien invasions humanity had never believed would actually come. Within minutes, 20% of the cartoon vanguard was gone. On Earth, people watched live feeds. And they did not panic. They cheered. The Concorde adapted quickly, their remaining ships pulled back, analyzing human tactics. This species weaponizes terrain, Vale Rune said slowly, clever, but insufficient. Shall we proceed with planetary bombardment? Asked a subordinate. Vale Rune hesitated. 6,000 years of observation echoed in his mind. Humans rebuilt after every catastrophe. They survived ice ages, impacts, global wars. Destruction alone might not break them. No, he decided, we strike their symbols, their cities, their morale. The order went out. Energy lances ignited across the fleet, aimed not at Earth itself but at the moon. Humanity watched as alien weapons carved glowing scars across the lunar surface. The message was clear. We can erase you. Admiral Kovacs nodded grimly. They finally understand intimidation. She turned to her aide. Release the archives. Across every human network, civilian and military alike, a classified seal broke. Humanity learned the truth. For centuries, humans had detected anomalies in space objects that didn't move like natural bodies, signals that vanished when observed, relics buried beneath ice and oceans that predated recorded history. They called them myths. They were not. 6,000 years ago, when the cartoon first observed Earth, they found something unexpected. Evidence of a war. Not human. Ancient, shattered constructs lay hidden in Earth's orbit and beneath its crust, weapons so powerful they had scorched spacetime itself. Records, fragmentary and damaged, spoke of a species that refused conquest. A species that fought invaders until both sides nearly vanished. The cartoon had chosen to wait. To observe. To ensure the survivors were gone. They believed humanity was unrelated. They were wrong. Humanity was not the creators of those weapons. Humanity was what came after. The inheritors. Deep beneath Antarctica, ice kilometers thick cracked open. A structure rose, angular, black, and humming with power older than the Concorde itself. Similar structures awakened beneath oceans, deserts, and mountains. The cartoon sensors went wild. Strategist, a commander shouted. Energy signatures detected across the planet, magnitudes beyond known human technology. Vale Rune felt something unfamiliar. Doubt. Humanity had not been idle for 6,000 years. They had been preparing not consciously for the cartoon, but for someone. Because humans knew a simple truth. If the universe was silent, it was either empty or afraid. The first ancient platform fired. Space folded. Not exploded, folded as a beam of controlled gravitational force punched through a cartoon battleship and collapsed it into itself. No debris, no explosion. Just absence. Vale Rune stared in horror as ship after ship vanished. This technology, he whispered, it predates the Concorde. On Earth, Admiral Kovacs spoke quietly. We never built these weapons, she said. We learned to use them, carefully, reluctantly. The Secretary General swallowed. Why didn't we dismantle them? Kovacs met his gaze. Because humans learn something from our own history. If you throw away your darkest tools, someone else will use theirs on you. The cartoon fleet tried to retreat. Humanity let them. Then closed the net. Human ships, small, agile, and terrifyingly adaptable, poured out from hidden bases throughout the solar system, not matching the Concorde ship for ship, but fighting differently. Humans didn't seek honorable battles. They sought victory. Boarding actions disabled command vessels. Viral AIs infected alien systems with human unpredictability. Kinetic strikes exploited shield harmonics within seconds of discovery. The Concorde had planned for resistance. They had not planned for creativity. Vale Rune watched his empire collapse in real time. This species, he said bitterly, they should fear us. A human voice answered his bridge, calm, almost gentle. We did, Admiral Kovacs said, for 6,000 years. Her image appeared before him. And that's why you're losing. The war lasted 9 days. Not because humanity couldn't end it sooner. Because humans wanted the message to spread. When the final cartoon ship surrendered, humanity did something the galaxy had not seen in ages. They stopped. No extermination. No conquest. Just a single transmission sent across every known starfaring civilization. We are humanity of Earth. We were alone for 6,000 years. We survived ourselves. We will not be conquered. We do not seek your worlds, but we will defend ours. Across the galaxy, ancient species listened and remembered. Some recognized the weapons. Some recognized the stubborn refusal to die. Fear returned to the universe. On Earth, life went on. Children went to school. Cities rebuilt minor damage. Humans argued online about politics, sports, and movies. Because that was the most terrifying thing of all. Aliens had declared war. And humanity was not scared. Because humans had already faced extinction. And won.